So, Trump heading out to the magical world of Alaska. Been there on a cruise. Wasn't as exciting as trying to end a massive war. I liked Alaska, though. I'll tell you that. If you're going to do one cruise, Alaska's it. If you do one, do Alaska. Let me tell you what's going to happen this weekend. Nothing. Trump, I'm going to go, feel him out, see what they're going to go. There's nothing that can happen. There isn't. Unless he can get him to give up everything. What did you say yesterday, Ken, that he wanted him to demilitarize Zelensky?
Yeah, Putin wants Ukraine to demilitarize, denazicize, as he said.
What's the reason we start war first time? Oh, denazi. Get rid of the Nazis. Okay.
Yeah, so, and then you've got Zelensky, who says we're not giving up any land.
No. Well, you're going to have to. But Trump's saying you're just going to face the consequences. No, he isn't, because we don't. Trump doesn't want to look and honestly say, all right, I'm going to hit India with stuff that is so insane that or we're just going to just completely stop trade with India, because we won't. We can't. It hurts us, then it hurts chances of being reelected. And he's not going to do anything when it comes to Japan or any of these other things. So it doesn't matter. Those are his recourses. Either you tell him, okay, here's the deal, Pooter. If you're going to do this and you don't want to throw more money at it, because let's remember, the whole thing is, America first, we're not going to give any more money. We want to get out of this thing, whatever. He wants his Nobel Peace Prize, and it's sad. I don't think he would get one. I think if he came up with the peace process in Israel, he may have a shot. But that's a big if, because it's such a political thing anyways. So I don't know what I guess you could tell the Pooter, all right, man, if you're not going to do this, then we have no choice. I'm going to have to just start giving them every weapon that they ask for. And we're not going to do the slow roll like Biden did. That's the other recourse. And I don't think Trump wants that. I think Trump's best bet is I got to go, because Trump understands who's got the upper hand. Putin has no reason. While their economy has struggled at times, it's not been as bad as it could, because outside of hitting the oligarchs with big sanctions, there's not a lot going on. There's not a lot you can do, because they can go around. They could buy from here. They could buy from there. They could buy from here. They could sell there. They could sell there. And you don't have a choice. And if I'm Trump, you know what I'm doing? I'm sending my people over there, and I'm having them talk to other politicians in Ukraine going, look, you could have gotten out of this a long time ago. You didn't. You tried to bite off more than you could chew because you thought that the ride was going to go on forever, and you fought your ass off. Don't take that away from them. You guys have done everything. We will assure you that if you give up this area, this land, whatever it is, the Donbass region, a few other places, you're going to get back a couple other things, but those are like throwaways compared to what you're giving up. But we do assure you that we will back you if he does something in the future. But this is what you're going to have to give up.
Didn't we kind of make that promise once already?
We did. It didn't go well. That was the other guy.
Oh, it was the other.
This one needs to be a little bit more bindy-ish, because the other one was like, well, we said it, but we didn't really mean it. It's like, I didn't know. I didn't see it. You guys didn't get it notarized.
We had our fingers crossed behind our back.
Yeah, you guys didn't get it notarized. That's kind of what's going to happen. And that's the best. Man, you are playing poker with somebody who's got a royal flush, and you've got goofy cards that don't match. There's the suits are all different. You've got nothing going for you. You're playing Uno at this point. I mean, it's that bad. It is. That's why I would, while talking to Zelensky, I would be sending over the Witkoff types to get on the ground. Even somebody like, well, you can't send Lindsey Graham over.
He wants to bomb everything.
Yeah, he does. You need to send over people that you think, okay, go talk to these politicians and talk to his cabinet. Talk to the people that can get around him and make him understand that this is the best way of stopping this. And we're gonna give you the other thing you want, security in knowing that an attack on you, you're not going to be in NATO, but knowing that an attack on you will be an attack that we will back up. And we mean it this time. Like last time, we Lucy'd you with Charlie Brown and the football. We won't do that this time. We totally did, too. When you think about it. It was kind of like not a cool thing. So, it is, it'll be interesting. It'll be very interesting to see. What did he say? I think Trump, Ray said, I think Trump should go Friday and meet Putin and tell him he's going to allow Ukraine to enter NATO. Well, I think that's also the other thing. They'll probably tell you, look, on the back, we'll sign it in invisible ink.
But NATO's going to say, no, he's not.
Yeah, because they're going to get dragged into it. But we'll sign it in invisible. When Putin's dead, we'll allow you guys to get in NATO. There you go. That's the best we're going to do, and we'll protect you if anything goes sideways right now.
I mean, wasn't this buffer, if you will, this was on purpose? NATO didn't want Ukraine for a reason.
Yeah, they didn't want it. They wanted the buffer just like they did.
Yeah, exactly.
But they screwed with him. Well, you know what? NATO didn't screw so much with him the way that I think he was always looking for an excuse. His problem is he wanted to go after Nazis. Then it was, well, the West is encroaching on me. I need to show my strength. And then it was, but I've dreamed since I was a youngster to rebuild the Soviet Union because it was the greatest disaster of my life. Pick which one you think it is.
Maybe he'll just come to the conclusion he's just a murderer.
I think he knows that.
Yeah.
But when you're dealing with somebody who is that, they don't care about another body.
Yeah, exactly.
And that,
all the killing, it does not bother him. Obviously. I mean, he's just throwing his people out there, man.
You know, what did Stalin say? The death of one is a tragedy. The death of a million, that's a statistic. Because you don't know a million. You know the one.
Right.
And that's the way he looks at it. These people that are over there, he's not sending his best forces, his Spetsnaz, and those people are way back. They sent some early, and they got creamed, and they realized it was going to be a slog. He's not wasting them. He's gambling you'll run out of bullets or men before he runs out of bullets and men.
Right.
Because he knows he's not going to. And we're not going to go to the mat as far as big trade wars and embargoes and all this kind of stuff on, the countries that we would really have to go after. And like you said, India's a big deal. We've already kind of done that, but it's not because we have too much stuff there, like pharmaceuticals and things that we get from them that it's just.
And keeping China at bay.
And that's our buffer. That's our buffer, So, and, I would remind him, too. He's like, you're worried about NATO? Yeah, I'm worried about NATO. So your goal is to overthrow Ukraine so you're right next to a country that's in NATO. Is that your goal? Your goal was you were worried about NATO coming to you, so instead you went to NATO. And the way that he would like to, his dream is to take over Ukraine and install, a puppet. That's the dream. And that isn't going to happen. That isn't. I mean, and I don't think the West is going to allow that to happen either because that also puts them closer to to NATO. But nobody's winning this. At the end of the day, Ukraine survived and they didn't get, trucked like they could have. They could have been boat raced had the world not stepped up. But you got to look for an off-ramp. Just as much as Putin does, you have to look for an off-ramp. But right now, he's got no reason to. I want to see what the world would do, though, if they really had a breakout and started their way to Kyiv. And you're like, oh, they're going to Kyiv now. They're not going to – this isn't going to be stopped. What does that look like?